they'll send Tater and Palix towards a little bit closer towards center circle while still maintaining that 2-2 split. Oh no, Balefrost coming up over the top of Tiggleton at the worst time, and Soniqs gonna lose their fragger early. Well, one of their fraggers, I guess.
You know what? I can't discount them yet because this happened on Miramar yesterday. They lost Tiggleton and H-Win early, and Shrimsy was still able to pull out that crazy win in Al-Zahar. Now, obviously, that was a city finish. Circumstances were kind of chaotic and crazy, but...
Yeah, something looks weird about how Soniqs is set up right now. There might have been a DC issue there. I'm not 100% sure, but the way they're set up right now just looks... Yeah, I think H-Win maybe had an issue. That's unfortunate. That really sucks, but... oh well, that's move on to next. Good to see Soniqs, Shrimsy, and Mime do manage to get back together, and they're playing the top of these prison cliffs.
Yeah, they've managed to squeeze themselves almost center of the zone in this position, but, you know, losing both Tiggleton and H-Win early is going to hinder things. You can see they've changed their style of play a little bit, kind of defensive in this spot. Not only are they going to be able to see anybody who might walk up on them, but it does give them a little extra protection. Yeah,
this is a El Clasico on the East Coast here with Prison being right involved. A lot of that north side still involved as well, but now this creates a little bit of a problem for Sonic. Yeah, they're already crashing inside Prison. They know to expect a lot of company on the south side of this circle. But there you go. Yoho going to open up onto Dodge as they make that pass. Are they sending it right in?
They're going to go right on top of Soniqs.
They're going right in. Oh no, I don't think that was that the plan?
I think the plan was to just send it and hope not to get caught.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, well, okay. You know what? 10 points for that landing. There you go. They actually managed to get in relatively low on damage and completely cleared the ridgeline out of line of sight from Soniqs, and surprisingly, a tiny bit of distance from Synergy as well, that wall separating them here. So these three teams are going to be able to exist in harmony for just a little longer. All three of those long warehouses here in Prison to play from, and these are the buildings that are left in the zone. So if Soniqs and Dodge, whose only other rotation is to go out in the open, that just beyond that wall, which is going to be in the line of sight of TAC 8 as well as Synergy, they could be probably even potentially challenge Synergy for one of those buildings. That's going to be the best play for Soniqs and Dodge in this position.
Boy, the Mime is just working these walls right now. He's managing to avoid the utility for the most part. That grenade's going to do a little bit of damage though, so it'll have to stop down. And oh no, he's lost his running mate. Shrimsy going to get spotted out by Silzen before he can get down from that higher ground. Now, Mime once again getting asked to do a lot here as a solo for Soniqs, but he has delivered in the past, and it has been a very recent past here as he continues to send those frags over. Meanwhile, Yoho, they decide that they do not want to have to deal with just too easy, and they clean them up quickly.
You know, they made that tough decision for just too easy for them, as you called out. And Mime now in a tough spot of his own. You can see keeping eyes on TAC 8 as well as what's going into Prison, but also watching out for Yoho.
Yeah. I mean, out of all the people in Prison, Mime probably in the safest spot. He's got that wall to play with. And he's got some coverage from TAC 8 as well. So Mime just going to play it slow, and Gats will get rest. So Dodge back up to 2 strong, but Synergy, I mean, they are just pinned and ready. Oh, good grenade.
Oh, Ethan and Gats, it's not looking great for them because I think even if they manage to escape what's left of the Synergy fight, they're going to run right into Mime.
Yeah, this is tough sledding for those boys, but looks like they'll be back on the move. They'll avoid the Molotov. They'll avoid the grenade as they I think they still could play the inside of the wall a little bit. They have a little corner for themselves cut out here, and you can see they're smoking it off right now.
There's still a couple people in. It looks like a smoke ball was thrown up by Dodge. They did try to push Mime's position, get on the other side of the wall and out of line of sight of Synergy. Mime finds one for Gats, but go ahead and takes a break to pop a first aid kit. It's not going to be enough, though. Ethan cresting the wall, gets a headshot, takes out Mime, but it came at a cost of one member of Dodge, who are down now to a solo.
Checking back in with those Soniqs. Looks like they've sent Shrimsy and Mime on foot to scout this out. Not sure if they've seen anything just yet. Those SCG boys, they are being real sneaky about this.
Yeah, they've pretty much held only onto the eastern side of the bridge. They didn't send anybody up. Sometimes you'll see a team that will send someone to the high ground hill just to the right side of the bridge on the western edge. And it looks like they haven't spotted anybody. They know that there could potentially be someone down there. In fact, Shrimsy might be going back for a second look. I'm not sure if he heard anything.
Yeah, Richie's being real still, real quiet right now, but Shrimsy, you could tell he's being thorough in his inspection. As, oh no, the smoke didn't bloom in time. He even threw it down just in case, but it didn't bloom in time. But now, fortunately, the rest of his team is there to provide him some support. H-Win gonna knock him down low, and Mime will follow it up with a nicely placed grenade. Now, where is the rest of SCG? Nefahor will drop that smoke to keep him safe, but Vox is gonna get spotted. Nice work from Mime.
Extreme on the beach, further down by the houses, had that vantage point to get that knock onto Shrimzy. Shrimzy was so focused on Richie B. They did get caught off guard in that, but as you said, the rest of Sonic starting to move in. Tiggleton holding back on the bridge, trying to play that angle and see what damage he can do to Extreme, and the other members of SCG are still playing a little bit wider. The rest of his teammates might be able to position. Smokes are out, though. Mime making that run. Shrimzy's about to bleed out. An extra smoke just for precaution. We might be able to get a rescue mission underway just yet.
Yeah, they got to be quick, though. You can barely see it on the... Well, you can't see it on the minimap, but Tokyo Manji Gang has now arrived on the north side of this western bridge. They're slowly scouting it out and trying to figure out what's going on here. As nice shots from H-Win will find Neff again as the res comes through, and Soniqs back up to 4 strong. But it looks like Tokyo Manji Gang are starting to send it down now, so this could be a third-party fight here very shortly.
Yeah, the decision, as you say, needs to be made quickly on how they want to handle this position, as they're not going to have a lot of coverage unless they dip under the bridge. As you can see, Colton taking shots right now. Members of Soniqs were caught out in the open. And now the same play that we just saw from Soniqs starting to be mirrored here at Tokyo Manji Gang. This time Zealot playing a little bit of the lead, just as we saw with Mime before. But Tiggleton underneath the bridge waiting for any member of TMG to peek, and you can hear him driving over right now.
And you throw in a fourth party onto this as well now, as Dodge has taken up the high ground just off to the side. Tiggleton, what a spot! He's gonna, I mean, what is in Hollow My Bad? Just walk right into it. I mean, this is the difference between teams that are used to fighting on this thing and teams that just kind of showed up for the third party. Unfortunately, Tig will get taken down by Colton. You might be able to get the res onto Juarez here, as Hello My Bad has been flushed out.
And again, going for the reses, trying to keep teammates up. They've only got 1 point so far to show for this, and that is that kill and flush onto Tiggleton. So all that work still not fully rewarded yet, and they do need to get past the bridge camp, not only through Soniqs, but as you said, from Dodge, who's still in this area. Additionally as well, we didn't really get to see it, but I noticed it a second ago. Troglodytes, I believe, are on the ferry. They are taking a ferry rotation. So that said, though, this TMG fight finally starting to pop off. Mime is just going to get in a car and drive everyone away. And there you go. You can see just on the edge, that little green.
Soniqs, they are able to get out of that. They do lose Tiggleton, but keeping 3 up in that situation, real tough. I mean, there's a 4-way fight going on there for a while. Extreme, the only one left for Short Circuit now. And Soniqs even they're still wanting a piece of this. They don't want to leave just yet. They have the option should they decide to, but
yeah, I mean, Balefrost and Rella went ahead and got a better position inside the zone. Shinboy and Sparking hanging out behind just to make sure they can keep that eye on Troglodytes. But I think now feeling confident that they're good. And now Soniqs in a camping position. They're actually able to catch up TMG, who tried to drive away, drove straight into Shrimzy. Zealot's going to get flushed back out as well. And the last member looks like was still driving in military base. You can see way off in the distance, but that's also where H-Win is.
I mean, man, look how wide that 3-man split is from Soniqs. They are basically playing as solos right now, but it's paying off pretty nicely for them, as Tokyo Manji Gang just has no idea what to expect as they roll in.
Al Young King's still a little slow to rotate up this high ground. Meanwhile, Soniqs pick off the final member of Tokyo Manji Gang, Colton, falling here. And so all of those kills, Soniqs sitting on most of them TMG.
Going down to that high ground E United squad, and now Flood's gonna find Mime as well and get the flush. And they're actually just sending everybody up to the north. So E United actually having a pretty free path down from the mountain here and off to the north, now that they're kind of getting things taken care of. Okay, Shrimzy gonna lose that 1v1 to Ethan, as Soniqs now down to just H-Win. Oh, the nades are coming. It's gonna be a little bit too far, but H-Win might be able to get the res here.
Yeah, the big issue obviously is the return nades, right? That's going to push Ethan back just a bit as he went ahead and bandaged that med kit back up to 100. These nades were going just too far. Initially, that one's going to explode right above him, but the res popping off just too late, and that's going to be a flush onto Shrimzy. So H1 now able to turn his full attention to what's going on with Dodge. Bing Bang Boom opted not to get involved in this at all. But now as Ethan and Finna, it looks like they're also going to head to zone. So they've given this up. They're going to let H1 stay as a solo, but you can see Ethan still keeping a watchful eye on his back. And I think H1 might actually just give this one up to Blue.
Yeah, it's you know, all things considered though for the Sonics, okay, he does go down to Ethan, but all things considered for the Sonics, for as dramatic as their round has been from the beginning, they still end up with 7 kills, so not too shabby for them, and they hit placement just on the very edge here. Drown himself rather than give points away as Bing Bang Boom now pushing into Sonic's compound. Nice spray from Keenan will get mimed down. TGLTN knocked a little bit low here. He's going to have to pull off that balcony. Shrimzy now on his own, having to dodge and weave from these long-range grenades coming through. Nothing finding home just yet as Mime is slowly bleeding out. I don't think Shrimzy's going to be able to go for him while these utility keeps coming in. Yep, there you go. Roth is going to be the one that gets Keenan just pushing through. Doesn't realize, though, that Shrimzy is in that smoke cloud that he just ran through.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I thought we might have gotten a drive. It looks like, no, they don't realize Shrimzy's there at all. Sharp shot left his back to him. Oldless is going to be completely taken out, but they're at angle. Oh, Win accidentally shooting at his own teammate, I think, trying to catch what was the last player. There you go. The flush comes out. Shrimzy. Oh, this is a tough place to be in for him. Keenan spots him out, though. Finds the knock. The trade comes out. H-Win. Can he get Shrimzy up in time?
Good work from H-Win to support his teammate there, and Sonics do end up winning the 4v4 battle against Bing Bang Boom, but again, they paid a heavy cost here as they're knocked down to 2 once again, and they have to get on the move as the circle did pop way off to the south. You see United. This is on the far eastern side of the circle. SCG just on their south. They've got 22 creeping into their north, but they do have this hard cover to play around. You can see Waikik and Mukau, the rest of Wildcard, also have a little bit of an angle down here. In their PIP, you can see Tokyo Manji Gang trying to hold off a push from Young Kings.
Wade's really running to avoid some of that throwable damage. The Zealot does get taken down by RDS 149, and TMG not looking so hot right now as even at angle, Fiumba also with eyes on this, and so they're putting damage into that fight, but you can see Colton holding the window is going to land a couple more shots at the members of Young Kings and 1 FPS still on his toes, but Iku's going to keep that pressure, push Colton back to another room just in time, too, because you can see as Sonics driving past all of this, breaking that attention of Fiumba away from this fight, giving TMG a time to recover.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sonics, they will lose. H-Win Shrimzy has to pull out. Looks like he might have escaped right now. Fiumba's still taking shots over in that direction. Yaho, meanwhile, have the biggest split on Earth going on right now. Shimboy and Balefrost crept over to that Tokyo Manji Gang compound to see if they can maybe spot out somebody from range. Didn't like what they were seeing, so they'll pull back away. Poonage actually getting knocked here. That's not good for them. They've got nobody, no teammates anywhere near. Sparking holding that low side, that south side, while Wildcard still has yet to leave their compound. We were talking about how we really liked that compound that they're in. They have not had to push out just yet, but as soon as they do, they're going to have a couple of Yaho boys right on the other side.
Yeah, that position the Yaho have is such a strength on defending not only anybody else that might try to play the south, but if Wildcard, as you can say, leave that compound, the best option for them is to wrap up the ridgeline.
A 2-2 split or a 1-3 split that you see a lot. Unfortunately, I guess, fortunately for Trog, they have one left to try to get a few more placement points as a solo, but maybe could have gone a little bit different. Meanwhile, Sonics now in their own 2-2 split. Looks like Win and Shrimzy are going to have to hold off 22. Haven going to go down. Oh, Haven immediately bopped by Shrimzy.
Vinny and Dean Zera were just not in a position to aid. Again, it's these 2-2 splits that are now starting to be a little problematic for some teams. They're sending it early into a compound that's not really equipped to handle.
Oop.
As you can see, the other part of the split from Sonics trying to challenge exactly that. Wild Cards hold on the ridgeline for Bandita. Mime gets spotted. He was low in health. Not enough time to do much about it. Nikus finds the knock. Didn't see any retaliation. Just some extra bullets in to make sure that bleed out happens. Try to secure that kill, but Hasn't spotted out Tiggleton. Oh, we might have seen him just there behind the tree, but doesn't matter. He's going to make sure that Mime is his.
And Tiggleton in no man's land now, and he knows he's got a full squad of wildcard just off to his north that are looking for him. He's going to have to play it cool and calm for right now and see if he can maybe at some point rejoin the rest of his squad as we wait and see where the next circle is going to take us. How kind are we going to be? Hard north shift.
Oh, okay.
And that is good news for Yahoo, as United already now on the move. Good thing that they had that 3-1 with Kickstart. They have somewhere to go. Is Tiggleton finally going to open up? He's going to find Adam. Nice.
This is really good news for so many different teams. As you can see, it gives them a lot of coverage for extra compounds, as well as those rocky ridgelines up south of Junkyard. But Tiggleton, with the circle pulling so hard away from Wildcard, could potentially give him some extra time should they break away from this. But right now, it looks like all 4 members know exactly where he is, and they're not going to let him continue to sit on their backside. So Greg Shot driving in wide. He was the last player to not yet be in the fight for this. Meanwhile, in the picture-in-picture, we can see TAC 8 coming up on Troglodytes, who have not been able to catch a break. Rusty Zera taken out. As you remember, he did hang behind the rest of the team. So kill for TAC 8, and they found themselves a nice free compound on the edge of zone. Yeah,
I'm not sure what Rusty's plan was there. He's a solo trying to backfill United on that, I mean, very, very good-looking compound, and he just gets crashed by a full 4-man. There you go. Spicy Fish going to take care of Young Kings as well, as we keep eyes on Tiggleton trying to survive. Nikos will spot him out, though.
Ooh,
put an end
sparking.
to Tiggleton's reign of terror.
Nades out, waiting for the push. The unpushable buildings. Nice. Bounce on the window. Just a few more bullets. Catches him off. Nikos, that's 1 down. Makes sure to get the flush. He knows that somebody else is coming. Down to 13 HP. And just as he closes the door, spotted out by Waikikamukow.
Oh, 1 second too late. But Soniqs, I mean, I feel like Wildcard was in the better position there, and Soniqs even split as 4 solos, essentially. They still do the damage. They still get the kills onto Wildcard. Shrimsy going to stay alive a little bit longer here, but that circle's starting to pinch just a little bit more now that the new circle has popped, and we've gone hard north yet again. But they do manage to get everybody in, and now Dodge going to have to try to do the same thing as they creep in just a little bit west here. But the long-range shots going to put them on pause temporarily here as Soniqs do finally lose Shrimsy. I'm all about it, and Hooligan has been rocking those both. Oh my God. Okay, well there you go. United finished off. Soniqs going to be the one to do it to them, but Soniqs have a little bit of work. You see on that mini map, they got to cross that road, and Bing Bang Boom is looking, and you got Balefrost as well from Yahoo.
Yeah, and I mean, if they could potentially read that Balefrost is not a full squad in this position, could be a way to go. The issue, obviously, is there's not a lot of coverage between them and Balefrost's building. The better move is to actually go towards the buildings with Bing Bang Boom. It's going to be a shorter cross with more coverage, requiring less smokes and less likely to get taken down. And to say that, Roth landing a headshot onto Mime. Tiggleton not finding an angle just yet on a member to shoot down, and even at range, we could see TMG still a potential threat in this as well. Zealot looking in the direction of Sonic, seeing if he's got an open opportunity to take a shot.
Yeah, they're a little bit downhill, so TMG maybe don't have as much of an angle here. Zealot going to go join him, but Roth going to find Ace win again, as Roth has a beautiful angle on all this. The smoke wall be damned. He's going to hit him and flush him, as Balefrost now going to try to hold his position strong by himself. So Soniqs, they've got this smoke wall down, but it's rapidly fading here, and Shrimsy going to take some more damage.
All right, Mime running across the street. It didn't work for H-Win, but there's still a potential to win this one out. All they need to do is take out Balefrost. You can see the mini-map, how big this compound could be in the circle. Beyond that, a lot of open terrain, not much coverage, and a lot of enemies. More crossing of the street, but Balefrost finds his second one. Roth lending a hand. That's everybody but Mime now down on the ground. 4 members of Soniqs as Balefrost looks to steal those kills and secure those points, but still only 3 for Yahoo. Mime, meanwhile, found a little bit of safety along the fence, but he's not going to be able to move from this one so easily. As you can see, he continues to take damage from Bing Bang Boom as he gets up.
You could see it happening in real time on your screen. Those smoke wall, the smokes were just dying out, and the second they did, instant flush or knocks there from Balefrost and Roth. So unfortunate stuff for Soniqs there. We'll see what Mime can do as a solo. The man's a dangerous man. and there it is. You'll find Colton right off the bat. The rest of TMG, actually Dodge might be stealing this one away from him if he's not careful. Go get your point, buddy. Ooh, never mind.
Oh.
Stay alive. I changed my mind. Just kidding.
So low on the HP. It's one of those times we really look at the players that have the boosters up and just know how huge that can be. But waits with the nades again, finds the flush onto Mime.
Overall standings, E United ends the day on top at 140, but it's not as big of a gap as it was at the end of day one.